The inspiration for Not a Drop to Drink came to me after watching a documentary called Blue Gold, which was about the projected freshwater shortage for our planet. And the documentary was very frightening because the kind of social breakdown that we would see if we were to lose something as imperative as water is very real, and there are no paranormal aspects that you can get a good shiver out of it and then move on and dismiss it. It was very sobering, and I thought I had to think about it. It stuck with me for a while because we all have times when our electricity flickers or even goes out for a couple days, and we're inconvenienced and we complain, but we survive. Even if we don't have heat, we can make our own heat. We can wrap up in blankets and preserve our body heat. We can find ways around not having heat, but you can't make water. And if we were in a situation where there was no water when you turned the tap, I think society would fall upon itself fairly quickly. So the night that I watched this documentary, it was very much on my mind. I have a pond in my backyard, and I was ridiculously grateful for that pond that evening. And as I went to sleep, the thoughts that the documentary had triggered kind of took root, and I dreamt that I was teaching a young child how to operate a rifle and how to mercilessly kill people that came to take water from my pond. And I woke up with this image in my mind of a child holding a gun and killing in order to preserve their own life from a very young age. And I had to ask myself, what kind of child is this going to produce? What kind of person is going to take this lesson from a very young age, that you are number one and that you do preserve yourself at all costs, and that water is the most important thing in the world, not human life. And I woke up and said, wow, I just wrote a book in my head. And I was really happy. And for about, gosh, I'd say 8 or 10 hours, I just processed the thoughts, the images that were coming to me over and over of how such a story would play out with such an individual having grown into her teenage years knowing nothing other than this life that had been taught to her. And that is pretty much how the story came to be. I was very blessed in that I had this dream and I was able to extend it and turn it into the novel that became Not a Drop to Drink.